Plaintiff Heather Finsterbush says the defendant is her mother, and growing up, Heather claims she was so abusive that she would often lock her in the basement or punish her with a belt. Heather says she even ran away from home due to the abuse, and she's suing her mother today for money from her trust. Defendant Linda Bacco says she would love nothing more than to rebuild a relationship with her daughter because she thinks about her day and night. Linda insists she has no problem releasing the trust money to Heather, but Heather refuses to fill out the appropriate forms.
Prove your case.
Well, I grew up with her in Wisconsin. I was out there till I was about 12. As a child, I was kind of rambunctious, rough in school, having a lot of problems. But I think she dealt with it the wrong way because we have a long history, problems, issues, and most of it's from the abuse and verbal abuse, physical abuse, like locking me in the basement or, I get in trouble, she say, open the closet, pick your belt, which one do you want? And, I still kind of have nightmares from being locked in the basement. I'm still kind of afraid of the dark. When I was about 11, I was 11 or 12, I decided, I've had enough of this, screw this, I'm going to run away and go somewhere else because I can't live here. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I can handle. So I went from Wisconsin to Minnesota and I hopped on the train to...
Went where?
To Minnesota, Red Wing, Minnesota.
Where'd you live there?
No, I didn't live there. I got as far as Minnesota. I was planning to go to California because I wanted to get out here to come to my dad.
And what happened?
I didn't make it.
Came back?
Yeah, I made it to Red Wing. The police got me.
Came back?
Picked me up.
And what happened?
So when I was about 14, I moved out to California with my dad. He helped me out, got me some therapy because I did want to have a relationship with her. Just not right then. There was too many complications, too many problems. So, when I was about 17, I, started talking to her again. Hey, what's going on? Try to work out the other stuff. She came out for my 18th birthday. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. She was still controlling, telling me what to do. And I'm 18. I'm a grown woman. I want to do what I want to do. And considering our past, I didn't want to hear that from her still. I was just hoping, she could accept me.
You follow what your dad tells you to do?
Most of the time.
Okay.
He's not so tight. He doesn't crawl up my butt about anything. He doesn't do this. You can't do that. You have to look like this. No, he lets me go. And I think that might have been part of the problem because I'm not the same person I was. So after she came out here, I said, this is too much drama for me. I can't handle this from you right now. I don't want a relationship with you right now. And we haven't really talked since I was 18.
How old are you now?
22. And this problem with the trust fund came up.
Okay. Before we get to the trust fund you're suing her about, let me allow her to respond if she'd like, ma'am.
I'd like to know in what way the visit when she was 18 was not up to her expectation, because I flew in, I rented a car, she rode with me, we went to Walmart shopping, I spent nearly $400 and she picked out what clothes she liked. I gave no guidance on it. We went to Grandma's, had what I thought was a pretty good visit. Then she stayed with me at my motel room and her cousins came over, we partied in the pool, went back to Dad's house the next day. I did not attempt to control her in any way. She picked out what she wanted. I thought we had a pretty good time.
Okay.
So I'd like to know what part of that was not up to your expectation.
Well, she just said it, ma'am. You want to tell me about the trust fund?
Yes. I contacted her about the beginning of May saying, I could really use this money. I'm in a bad position. I told her, it's not just about the money. I want to have something more. I actually want to get a relationship with you. So many people I know have moms, and I don't have one. And I could really use her, even though it's not what I want. But I still want a mom. So I tried to work this out. I told her in the beginning when we started talking that I didn't want to bring up issues from the past. I didn't want to talk about anything.
Ma'am, you want to speak while she gets herself together?
Sure, I would like nothing better than to have a relationship with my daughter, too. I have boxes that I've saved for her through the years. I think about her every day and night. When I received a letter from my ex-husband at the end of May, I called that evening. I offered to buy her a ticket to fly out to see me, what she's talking about, because I said, you know, if we could just sit down and talk casual, yes, I agree. The past needs to be left in the
And what
past.
happened?
She said she can't fly because she has grand mal seizures. At that point, I offered to buy her a bus or rail ticket. I said it takes 4 days to travel, but
You
know,
weren't able to come because of your schedule, obviously.
well, I work and she's not employed and she's
Right.
not going to school.
Okay,
I
that's-
go to school full time plus I work full time.
Let's get to the trust.
Okay, in the emails, I was talking to her, you know, I don't have to get all the money right now, but,
Tell me why you believe you're entitled at this point.
well, I started talking to her. I said, you know, it's conflicting with some things. So can you just take a little bit of money out so, you know, that can help me right now? She said, no, I can't do that because certain issues and certain documents have to be filled out and you can't just get the money out right away. I was like, that's fine. But, you know, just, you know, work on it. I'm not asking for it today.
So what has happened?
She ended up saying that it's in there. I
Let
can't.
me ask you, ma'am, why is she suing you today regarding this trust fund money?
I told her to call Merrill Lynch. I emailed her the statement the next day that we spoke.
But don't you have to do something too?
What Merrill Lynch told me was they would send me a form to release it
Right, so
after,
you had to sign something.
after she provided a documentation with her current mailing address and her identification.
Okay, have you done that?
Well, the problem was I couldn't talk to anybody at Merrill Lynch
Why?
because I wasn't the guardian. So they're like, if you're not the
And
guardian,
you're right,
we
ma'am.
can't tell
She's
you
right,
anything
ma'am.
of-
You can't just call and say, I'm so-and-so and I have a trust there in my name. If she wasn't the one that opened the account, they won't tell her anything. They won't even speak with her about it. So where are we at with it now?
All she needed to do was send in a form with her driver's
Can
license.
she do that now?
I have it here with
You
her
have
check.
what?
And I told
You have the form?
form.
All right.
And I told her this on July 8th.
Okay, fine. Do you know if there's anything other than you and she signing those documents?
No, the only documents they said I could do to do anything about this to get rid of the money was to file for a court order to get the judge to release it in my name.
No, that's not true.
No.
All she has to do is sign it over. You have the documents, ma'am.
I do,
Have her
Your
sign.
Honor.
Can
There-
she sign them right now?
Well, there is a slight issue.
What?
Her name on the account is Heather Bacco.
Uh-huh.
Her name on her passport and Social Security, everything else is Heather Bacco, and she's choosing not to use that now. So I think
Ma'am, is that
that's-
true?
Well, the only thing, it says Baco on the account.
No, ma'am. I'm asking you, do you know that you have to use the name that is on the trust account? Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Okay, and that is a fact. And
But
do you
that's
have
not-
a driver's license?
But that's not.
And
what
is
she's-
the driver's license the same name that's on the account?
No.
Okay, you must go and get your government ID corrected before you can access that.
That's what
you
it-
ladies have a good day. Go ahead and take care of that. Otherwise, go and pursue this in probate court. I have no jurisdiction over a trust fund, which is part of a probate process. This is a small claims court. And if you all can't work out this ID situation, if that's the only thing that is prohibiting you from getting your trust, I don't need to hear from you, sir. You need to talk to them about reconciling their relationship. Have a good day. Case is dismissed.